Find Something New, the White House ad campaign, was launched last week to promote worker retraining. It's spearheaded by Ivanka Trump. But that campaign, it's being drowned out by a flood of criticism aimed squarely at the president's daughter. Find Something New. It's a job site, a platform the Fed unveiled last week to encourage unemployed workers to retrain. Unfortunately, much of the attention the campaign is receiving, it's focused on the messenger, not the message.
This new campaign was met with immediate backlash, especially because it was unveiled by Ivanka Trump, a woman who has never had to hunt for a job in her life because of who her father is.
Now, granted, encouraging unemployed folks to retrain, it's not a new concept, it's not sexy, it's not going to get a lot of TV views, but that doesn't mean it's any less important to hear. Critics, though, they seem to be ignoring the message and preferring instead to hammer away at the messenger, saying the president's daughter, who's an easy target, that she's out of touch. Well, first, let me get one thing straight. Ivanka Trump has zero street cred. She's not walked the walk. So choosing her as the face of the new White House initiative, well, she wouldn't have been our first, second, or maybe not even our third choice. But regardless of that, her message, the White House message, it is legitimate and it needs to be said. Many jobs are not coming back, and jobs that do come back likely won't pay as much. Critics, they're arguing that what's really needed are Fed policies that create jobs. And listen, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who would disagree with that, especially given the fact that over 20 million people are now out of work due to the coronavirus pandemic. But older workers, they've walked down the long, dark unemployment road before the pandemic. This is nothing new to them. 56% of them have experienced at least one employer-driven job loss after they turned 50. Even before the coronavirus pandemic, before it blew in, people over 50 years old were finding it hard, if not impossible, to find a well-paying job. When they went looking for a job, well, they knew right away that it was going to take them more than twice as long to find a new job compared to a younger job seeker. And those over 50s, those people who found a job, well, 9 out of 10 found their new job didn't pay as much as their previous one. A big reason for this problem is age discrimination. Employers, they simply want younger workers. Now, some critics, they want to dismiss the concept of reskilling by saying, that concept, it's been around for decades, it's never been successful. The implication, of course, is that, hey, they may deny it, is that reskilling, it doesn't work, it's old, why bother pushing that old idea? Well, listen, that old idea may be the only idea that will help older workers find a job that pays them enough money to pay their bills. Reskilling, it can work. What is needed is rethinking the concept, not dismissing it. If critics really want to help workers, especially older workers, find a job, criticize a system that denigrates older workers and puts them last in line for a well-paying job. Better yet, criticize your employer for not hiring older workers. Criticize your employer for not offering older workers with skills as much opportunity as they offer younger employees with less skills. And don't turn a blind eye when your employer pays a younger worker more than they pay an older worker with more skills and experience. So let me leave you with this final thought. Forget the silly sniping at Ivanka Trump. It's just a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. Instead, focus your attention on helping the 37% of employees, Americans, who say they expect to work into their 70s. They're the ones who need reskilling, and they need it now.